More of a webcam. Where's my other webcam gone? Seems to have lost my other webcam somewhere. Maybe it's down bottom. Come on. There it is. Let's get caught up, don't we? Right, so let's get this started. Right, so I've just been looking at my TVs in the settings, and in the main TV settings there's like a manual, and it actually tells me that I have UDH and HDR, I think it's called, HDR and UDH on my Toshiba TV. Now, the RCA TV doesn't have that. That's just a 1080p TV. So I was looking around on Amazon just to see how much a 4K or 8K TV would be. To find how much a 4K or 8K TV would be. The cheapest one I've seen, 43 inch, is about £230. Now the thing is, I've already got 4 TVs. One is a 50-inch one, which I've given, but it doesn't have a stand or remote control, but it has a really big, heavy wall mounting on. I asked my son if he might be able to help me with that, but he said no, it's no good at wall mounting. I'll have to take it off and get the actual stand for it and remote control if I want to use that one. But I don't know if that is HD or HDR or UDH or whatever. So that's sitting in the living room doing nothing. I have tried it and it did work. I was able to get into the menu and click on a channel, and a TV channel came up. But say it's got no remote control, no stand on it here. So I can't get into the settings to find out what kind of TV it is. It looks like, a pretty big one, over 50 inches. And I was lucky enough to find that outside, just sitting out on the main road. So I decided to pick it up and bring it home. And this is like 2-3 years ago. And it's been sitting in my living room, in the clutter, for quite a long time. Now, I've got an RCA TV, which looks like is only 1080p. My Toshiba is 4K, right? Looks like it's 4K. Without going back into the menu, I think it's 4K. It's not 8K, I know that, it's 4K. So I'm still wondering why the hell my channel, or when I'm streaming, my TV is all blocky. Now, I'm just going through a couple of my videos, and I've noticed that although I can still only get 1080p on there at the moment, going through the system display settings, clicking on the Toshiba settings, I'm able to do the HDR settings on there. And what I've done is, if I go to the TV, HDR, use HDR, that's turned on. HDR streaming, right? This display can play streaming HDR video when available for best results. Play HDR videos, full screen, more blah 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 blah. Right. Get a brighter and more detailed picture by enhancing illegible games from SDR to HDR. So I've turned on use HDR and I turned on auto HDR. SDR is just showing you slightly a difference in between the graphics there. So SDR, HDR, right? Now, if I turn on HDR video streaming, if I click on that, it says right, under display compatibility, look at your value of HDR video streaming to see if it says supported or not supported. Even if it says supported for HDR video streaming, you might need to change some other settings in HDR video streaming. See the last section below, right? So, let's close that down for a minute. So what I've done, there is an app to calibrate the HDR colors on my Toshiba TV. Now, it does say compatible display compatibilities, HDR streaming supported, use HDR supported. Now, I've turned on use HDR, I've turned on HDR video streaming, and I've turned on auto HDR. Now, I've always moaned and bitched and complained about the quality of my videos, yeah? When it's all blocky, pixely, and shit like that. No, I can only apologise about that. But I think I've actually cured it. Because now, when I look at my videos in HD, they're not shitty well blocky anymore. They're nice and clear and crystal in some way. Now, I don't know if you're going to see this properly, but that's how it is now. Originally, that was all blocky, pixely. I always thought it was something to do with the rendering, and I was wrong. It's all down to if your TV has got HDMI and UDH, I think it is. No, just HDR. So now, when I'm looking at my videos, none of them really look shitty or blocky. It's because I did not have the settings on the TV set to bring out the picture in a better quality, being the HDR. I just had it on normal, like 1080p. Now, if you are actually getting my video content in a blockiness, yeah, it looks all pixely and shitty. That's because your TV has possibly not got HDR or SDR or UDH or whatever. So what you need to do is go into your graphics settings on your PC, go to display and click on the monitor you're using to view videos, mine being the Toshiba. Yeah, so on this Android TV, the RCA, it's only a 1080p 8-bit RGB. Although it's got 60 hertz, it hasn't got the ability to play or view better quality videos under HDR. So what you need to do is go into your graphics settings. If you've got two monitors, what you want to do is find out by clicking on each monitor if it's got HDR, right? Now the thing is, I'm running at that's under 50 hertz, 60. Let's go 60 hertz. Now my channel, my video was under 30 hertz just then. But if you go to your channel, your display, and click on your click on advanced display. If you're running two displays, you'll have like Toshiba and like Roku or whatever your makes are. Yeah. Now, if you click on either one of them, this will tell you it's only like 1080p, 60 hertz on the Android one. If I go into my 43-inch UDH/LCD TV, which is my Toshiba TV, it's a desktop mode 3080 by 2160, 60 hertz. Active signal mode 1920 by 1080 hertz. Now I'll just say it's like 60 hertz, as I say. If I click on display properties for display 2, comes up with a little box, and it just says like Nevada GeForce GTX 1650 monitor. If I click on monitor properties, it'll say like genetic monitor. If I do color management, it'll give me color management. HDR certificate. I don't know why it's doing it. But yeah, if it's got like go to advanced settings. No, not right, use HDMI. Right. So it says, like, because it's on display 1, I've got like night light, which I can turn on and off. Color profile, it doesn't do nothing. More about HDMI. And then it says not supported on display 1. But if I do display 2, then it'll come up with the display settings being like use HDR display calibration, auto HDR, and HDR video streaming. For some reason that keeps turning off. So sometimes I might have to keep turning that back on and off, or back on if it goes off. But that's why what's causing me to see really shitty blocky screens. So I think I've actually cured it. It's actually on the TV settings. Well, it's on your PC video screen settings for whatever monitor or TV you're using. So if you've just got a normal 1080p monitor or TV acting as a monitor, you are probably going to get a lot of videos where they're going to be like blocky, pixely, whatever. But if you've got a TV that is more higher than 1080p, which has got the HDR, high definition, or 4K, 8K. See, my Toshiba is 4K, so it should be pumping out 14K. But because my TV, the Toshiba one, is set under the main computer default monitor, if I swap that monitor over to the PlayStation and then put my 1080p TV onto the PC, I'm going to have the same trouble as I had previously. It's going to be blocky as hell when I'm streaming, recording, and streaming to YouTube. So I do need to get another TV, because I don't know what my Roku TV is, and the thing is that one keeps overheating for some reason. I know it's insured, so I can actually contact my insurance company and get it, insured, or I say I can contact my insurance company and get them to pick it up and fix it, because I'm not using it at the moment, because I'm using my RCA and I'm using my Toshiba. Now I don't know if my Roku TV is 4K or 1080 or whatever. Now if I go into my Argus, because I've got it from Argus, now I don't know if it's going to show me on Argus actually. Account. Right, so how do I find recent orders? Right, so my recent order was the Toshiba. That's what I think I got previously from my insurance company when my other TV fucked up. Because it's not showing me some of the orders, that's the problem. Yeah, it's not showing me. So the Toshiba 41 in 3 UDH, I actually paid £333 for that one. But I can't remember if that was under the insurance or if I paid for it. I think I actually paid for it. But with Roku TV, I think I've got under my insurance. Let's see, I'll find it on my email. I've got the screen so it's really bright. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why does it keep doing this in my password? Keeps blocking my fucking password. Right, let's use my pin. Fuck it. No, it's not letting me use my pin either. Oh, shit, I hate this fucking thing. Don't know why it keeps doing this with my password. See, every time I enter new password, it won't let me do it. So, let me think. Alright. Oh, for fuck's sake. I keep saying my password is not matched. Right. I'll go back. Sign in options. I'm going to put it through my pin. Hopefully that might work all the time now. Right, so no, what was it? General direct. We've only got one. under domestic in general. Right, okay, so no, it's not showing. I don't even know how long I've had the Roku TV either, which is unusual. Let's see if I can get onto it through logging in. Right, so it's not even showing me the Roku TLC. That's wrong. Start date 20. I don't think my seat TV's Roku. See my Toshiba. Start date 12th of April 2022. So I'm going to have to get that TV and see what it is. I don't know if it's a TLC or RCA. So I've got my TV here, but I'm not sure if this is a Roku TV. No, it's got like memory built into it. I think 4 gig memory, something like that. Got 2 notifications. Settings. So I've got my gaming. I can put my game account on there. Yeah, I don't know if this is Roku TV or if it's so it doesn't even tell me what the TV make and model number is on this one, which is weird. Certifies preferences about just says 2K TV, 2K Android TV. Yeah. So I think my other one is a Roku, I'm not sure, the TLC one. But anyway, that's how I sorted it out. Just by going into the graphic settings on the PC, find that's HDR, done, turned them all on, done a little bit of messing around with the graphics, colorization, and I started playing a few videos, and yeah, it seems to be working okay now. So every game, every time I play COD-WAW, it should, touch wood, not be blocky. I think it's slightly blocky, but not as bad as it used to be. So what I'm going to do is quickly turn on. Oh, actually, it's already turned on. No, if my other TV is like HDR or 4K, then I won't have to buy another one. But this one is not definitely 4K. It says like, you know, information for the connected HDMI. It says VIR not supported and HDR is not supported. And it's just 1080p. Now, I did just order a brand new bloody HDMI cable, thinking it might be the HDMI cable. Pack of 2 HDMI cable was about 14 quid, I think. So it's not that. But it says it's got 120 hertz. It's got ALL, which I can't use. HDR. Your TV doesn't support HDR, so I can't use HDR on this one. Deep color output set as automatic and RGB range. So I think what it is that because my TV isn't HDR or 4K or 8K when I'm playing the PlayStation on, it's not going to give me that kind of quality of a game video setting. So what I'm going to do is go on to Hunter Call of Wild, and I'm just going to do a quick test run. So I'm going to end the stream, and I will catch you tomorrow, guys. So take it easy, and I'll see you later.